Imagine being a young artist on the cusp of greatness, and one of the biggest names in music, Kanye West, takes notice. That's the world Drake stepped into. What started as a mentorship, a collaboration, even a friendship with a figure who helped shape a generation, somehow twisted. That initial respect, it eventually shattered, sparking one of hip-hop's most intense and long-lasting feuds. This isn't just about hit songs, it's a saga of ambition, clashing egos, and the relentless fight for the hip-hop crown, seen through the eyes of a rising star navigating a complex relationship. Consider the unpredictability of a figure like Kanye West. One moment he's perceived as a mentor, the next, a rival in a years-long public feud. Then, in a twist worthy of a film script, imagine him, after all the conflict, making a startling public request for his rival, Drake, to speak at his funeral. This is the kind of unbelievable chapter that defines Kanye West's role in this epic saga, a story that consistently defies expectations. Let's rewind to 2009, a time before the public fallout. Kanye West, already a certified legend, spotted the immense talent in the fresh-faced kid from Toronto, Drake. In a significant gesture of cosign, Kanye took on the role of director for Drake's breakout hit, Best I Ever Had. This move felt like Kanye, the established visionary, anointing a future star. The collaboration didn't stop there. Kanye West's production genius was a key ingredient in Drake's 2010 crossover hit, Find Your Love, helping to broaden Drake's audience. They joined forces on star-studded tracks like Forever, shared stages, and West even featured on Drake's tracks Pop Style and Glow in 2016 and 2017, while also incorporating Drake's writing on his 2016 album, The Life of Pablo. From Kanye's perspective, this was a period of mentorship and mutual artistic elevation, laying the groundwork for what seemed like a shared future at the pinnacle of music. But in the competitive world of hip-hop, thrones are rarely shared willingly. The initial signs of a shift began to surface from Drake's camp as early as January 2011. During an interview with British DJ Tim Westwood, Drake's comments about Kanye and Jay-Z's upcoming Watch the Throne album were perceived by some as him not being content as just a supporting act. This sentiment grew louder later that year, with Drake's now infamous lines on DJ Khaled's I'm on One. "I'm just feeling like the throne is for the taking, watch me take it." Though no names were mentioned, the message seemed clear. Drake was asserting himself as a contender for the top spot. Even as he acknowledged Kanye's influence, like with 808 and Heartbreak in a 2013 interview, Drake also subtly hinted he was now leading the new sound. He even took a jab at Kanye's Yeezus in a 2014 Rolling Stone interview, calling some lyrics questionable bars. While admiration might have lingered, Drake was clearly signaling a brewing rivalry, fueled by his ambition and the pressures of the industry. For years, the tension simmered, but 2018 was the flashpoint. The catalyst was Pusha T, an artist on Kanye West's GOOD music label. In May 2018, Pusha T released Daytona, an album entirely produced by Kanye. On the track Infrared, Pusha T targeted Drake with accusations of using ghostwriters. When Drake retaliated with Duppy Freestyle, he didn't just aim at Pusha T, he also directed shots at Kanye, questioning his production. The situation escalated dramatically when Pusha T dropped the story of Adidon, revealing Drake's then-secret son. The feud became deeply personal, with Drake later stating he believed Kanye West had betrayed his trust by allegedly providing Pusha T with personal information about his son, gathered during their collaborative work in Wyoming. Kanye denied these allegations, but the accusation of such a profound betrayal, stemming from his association and work with Pusha T, marked a point of no return. Trust was shattered, and the conflict shifted from lyrical sparring to perceived personal treachery, orchestrated in Drake's view by his former mentor. After the 2018 explosion, any semblance of respect vanished. The feud entered a new, intense phase, particularly from Drake's perspective as he navigated direct provocations. In August 2021, after Kanye West briefly posted Drake's Toronto home address online, a move many saw as crossing a line, Drake appeared to respond with his track 7 AM on Bridle Path, its title referencing his neighborhood. This set the stage for a monumental clash when their albums, Kanye's Donda and Drake's Certified Lover Boy, dropped within days of each other. The proximity felt like a direct challenge, and Drake engaged by leaking an unreleased version of Kanye's song, Life of the Party, which contained a verse where Kanye dissed him. Commercially, Drake's Certified Lover Boy made a massive impact. achieving over 430 million streams in the US in its first week. For Drake, this period was about standing his ground, retaliating against perceived attacks, and vying for supremacy on the charts. His approach to music making, described as more go with the flow, was also highlighted during this high-stakes battle. The saga of Kanye West and Drake has been a roller coaster of intense feuds, followed by surprising, often short-lived reconciliations, frequently driven by Kanye's unpredictable moves. A significant attempt at peace occurred in late 2021, partly facilitated by Jay Prince, leading to Kanye and Drake publicly squashing their beef. This culminated in their joint performance at the Free Larry Hoover benefit concert in December 2021, a moment of hope for fans. However, this peace proved fragile. Then, in a striking move in April 2024, Kanye West featured on a remix of Future, Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar's hit Like That, a track that was a direct diss towards Drake. By joining this track, Kanye effectively sided against Drake in a separate major rap beef, seemingly undoing any goodwill from their 2021 truce. Kanye's actions often drove these cycles, from initiating peace talks to making moves that would inevitably reignite the conflict, keeping the relationship in a constant state of flux. Early 2025 brought some of the most bewildering turns in this saga, predominantly fueled by Kanye West's public pronouncements. In a series of candid, since-deleted posts on X in March 2025, Kanye made startling admissions, confessing that jealousy was a significant driver of his past issues with Drake. He even declared his love for Drake and made the bizarre request, "I love Drake, I must say this when I die, I need you to speak at me funeral," signaling a potential reflective moment. However, true to form, the pendulum swung back. Weeks after these vulnerable confessions, Kanye reportedly returned to a combative stance online, mocking Drake's style and authenticity, while also making contradictory statements about the Kendrick Lamar feud, sometimes appearing to defend Drake, other times criticizing him. This inconsistency was further highlighted by his praise for a Drake song in February 2025, followed by the March jealousy admission, and then further mockery. By May 2025, Kanye openly admitted during a live stream to copying Drake's flows multiple times, stating some of his work was copies of Drake once Drake took over the algorithm. He also reportedly backed Drake in a dispute with Universal Music Group, yet around the same time made cryptic posts that many interpreted as digs. This period of intense, often contradictory public statements from Kanye West leaves the state of their feud as perplexing as ever. This feud's had hip-hop hooked for over a decade. So what do you think? Was Kanye actually being real with that jealousy confession? Can these two ever really, truly bury the hatchet? Or is this rivalry just too deep in their DNA now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear them. So, from buddies and collaborators to maybe the most fascinating rivals in music today, the whole Kanye and Drake journey is a massive chapter in hip-hop history. It's a story packed with insane talent, even bigger egos, and that relentless drive to be number one. Their beef has given us endless headlines, sparked so many arguments, and you can't deny it's pushed both of them creatively and in terms of success. Whether they're slinging bars, fighting for the top of the charts, or dropping bombshell confessions, they definitely keep us all watching and listening. This ultimate showdown between hip-hop titans might never have a clear winner, but its impact on the culture? Undeniable. People will be talking about this for years. Their story really shows how in hip-hop, those lines between friendship, inspiration, and all-out rivalry can get super blurry, creating a story just as complex and captivating as their actual music.